Our story kicks off in the vibrant city of Shanghai. In a tranquil room, a woman with captivating blue-green hair, Zhang Wanshun, tenderly nurses her newborn son. She affectionately coos to her baby, Chun Chun, about how lucky he is to simply eat and sleep. She smiles, noting that while she's losing precious sleep over him, it's all worth it if he grows up perfectly healthy. Unbeknownst to her, this baby is far from ordinary. He's actually reincarnated and possesses the consciousness of his former life. As he feeds, he observes his infant brain isn't fully developed yet. Suddenly, a blue, game-like status screen pops up. It identifies him as Lin Zichen, 33 days old, with a biological level of ordinary Tier 1. He quickly realizes he's been granted a special cheat ability. At 3 months old, Lin Zichen is in his crib while his parents, Zhang Wanshun and Lin Yansheng, watch over him. His father remarks on how incredibly physically gifted the baby seems, predicting he'll grow up to be a mighty gene fuser, or at least a powerful cyborg. As they speak, Lin Zichen is vigorously kicking. A system notification announces he has kicked a whopping 10,000 times. This grants him the biological attribute, use and advance. This incredible skill allows any part of his body he trains to grow infinitely stronger within carbon-based limits. He feels his strength surge and wonders what his father meant by gene fusers and cyborgs, imagining them as real-life superheroes. By 4 months old, Lin Zichen has already learned to sit up and crawl to avoid startling his parents. With his unnaturally rapid development, he trains only at night. Each time he crawls, his system rewards him with points. A month later, at 5 months old, he has fully mastered walking. At 6 months, he can finally sit up and crawl in front of his parents, without it seeming too strange. While watching television, a news report on terrifying aberrant beasts shows gene fusers and cyborgs joining forces to combat them. For the first time, Lin Zichen truly understands. This world is vastly different from his old one. He learns this Earth has profoundly mutated, unleashing terrifying creatures, known as aberrant beasts. To combat them, humanity forged 2 distinct paths. The first, mechanical ascension, where humans enhance their bodies with technology to become powerful cyborgs. The second, gene modification, where humans fuse their genes with aberrant beasts, becoming gene fusers, to battle monsters with their own monstrous power. Realizing the immense dangers, the reincarnated Lin Zichen resolves to use his system to grow up safely, evolve his abilities while laying low, and survive in this perilous world. One day, the doorbell rings, and Zhang Wang Xin opens it to a woman in a blue dress. Su Meng, their new next-door neighbor. Su Meng introduces her family, her husband, Shun Jianya, and their young daughter, Shun Qinghan, who clutches a doll. Lin Zichen looks at the little girl with purple hair, acknowledging Shun Qinghan as his first friend. In this new world, he senses their destinies will one day be tightly bound. Time passes, and Lin Zichen dedicates himself to intense training. At 7 months, thanks to his system and advanced skill, he has mastered running, jumping, and even basic language by talking to himself, earning stat points for each activity. By 8 months, his training has progressed to doing sit-ups and push-ups in his crib. He is careful to practice, only when his parents aren't around. But one day his mother, Zhang Wangxin, walks onto the balcony and is utterly shocked to see her 8-month-old son doing sit-ups. She rubs her eyes in disbelief. However, being a web novel author, she dismisses it as a stress-induced hallucination. Lin Zichen immediately pretends to be asleep, breathing a sigh of relief, and making a mental note to be far more cautious. A few days later, while giving him a bath, Zhang Wangxin makes another shocking discovery. She screams for her husband, Lin Yansheng. When he rushes in, she points out that their 8-month-old son has defined abs. Lin Yansheng is stunned. He excitedly suggests their son might just be a 1-in-a-million prodigy, destined for a dazzling future as a powerful gene fuser. or even a cyborg. Hearing this wild, genius narrative, Lin Zichen breathes a sigh of relief, his secret safe. He realizes just how incredibly lucky he is to have two web novel authors for parents. Lin Zichen reflects that on this mutated Earth, he's certainly not the only genius around. He and his mother catch a news report about a 2-year-old from a martial arts family who can single-handedly lift a 20-kilo dumbbell. Zhang Wang Xin pulls her son close, proudly declaring her own Shin Xin is just as amazing. Lin Zichen is touched by his mother's unwavering confidence and wonders if he'll also be able to lift 20 kilos. When he turns 2, by the time Lin Zichen celebrates his 2nd birthday, his secret training has truly paid off. He's kept a low profile, all while secretly developing incredible strength, easily lifting a 20-kilo weight with just one hand. In the quiet storage room, his intense session is interrupted when his mother calls out that Han Fan Kingans Adorable Niknama is here to play. Startled, he quickly puts the weight down and heads out. He opens the door to find Shen Xinghan, now also 2, offering him a tart. Lin Zichen internally remarks that, due to their vastly different mental ages, they don't exactly play conventionally. While Han is every inch a typical toddler, he, however, uses every single moment to train. He's found a rather unique way to spend time with her, since she loves to stick close. She serves as the perfect, custom-sized weighted vest for his exercises. There is, however, one very recurring problem, which he's abruptly reminded of when he feels a warm wetness and cries out that Han has peed on him again. Another year passes, and at age 3, Lin Zichen's strength has grown exponentially. He can now lift a hefty 40 kilograms weight with one hand. While watching TV, he sees a report about a 4-year-old prodigy lifting a 30 kilograms dumbbell and notes with satisfaction that he is already significantly stronger. Despite all his amazing progress, his system still bizarrely shows his biological level as ordinary. Tier 1. He wonders what it would truly take to reach Tier 2. Fueled by these burning questions, he finally steps out of his house for the very first time. The world outside is a truly stunning, futuristic cityscape teeming with beastmen and cyborgs, which he immediately assumes are the legendary gene fusers and cyborgs he's only heard whispers of. Joined by his mother and their neighbors, Xiaoming and Shen Xinghan, he makes his way to the local library. Since his parents forbid him from using electronic devices, books are his ultimate source of knowledge. Once at the library, his mother tries to guide him to the children's section, but Lin Zichen makes a beeline for the advanced encyclopedias, with a worried Shen Xinghan trailing right behind him. Both mothers watch on, utterly bewildered. Xiaoming then asks why he's so drawn to these books, and Zhang Wangshan speculates it's his genius genes, while Shen Xinghan sweetly offers him some cookies. But Lin Zichen is utterly absorbed in his reading. Through these ancient texts, he quickly learns that all life is neatly categorized into 6 distinct biological levels: ordinary, advanced, rare, epic, legendary, and mythical. Each level is further divided into 9 tiers. He then chillingly realizes that normal humans, like his beloved parents, are stuck at the very bottom. Ordinary Tier 1, as utterly insignificant as ants, compared to the awe-inspiring higher-level beings. This crucial knowledge ignites an inferno within Lin Zichen. He knows he must accelerate his training, all while meticulously maintaining his cover. Suddenly, his system alerts him to a brand new quest. Read 100 million characters to be rewarded with the legendary celestial root of wisdom. Thrilled to train both his mind and body, he eagerly accepts. For the entire next year, Lin Zichen meticulously splits his time between intense physical training and voracious reading. By age 4, he and Shen Xinghan proudly begin kindergarten, holding hands with their enthusiastic teacher, Miss Jiangmei. His relentless hard work pays off handsomely. Soon after starting school, He triumphantly breaks through to ordinary Tier 2. His physical prowess is truly immense. He can effortlessly lift an 80 kilograms weight with just one hand, height jump an impressive 1.2 meters, and sprint 100 meters in less than 11 seconds. These are absolutely outstanding stats, even for an adult. One day at the kindergarten, he finds children surrounding a crying Shun Xinghan, calling her a bedwetter. Seeing his friend bullied, he knows he must act. He dramatically leaps right into the middle of the bullies. He glares and unleashes a terrifying threat. If anyone bullies Han Han again, he will pee on their bed every single day. The childish, yet utterly menacing threat works. The bullies burst into tears, vowing never to return to kindergarten. Shun Xinghan looks at her protector with admiration. This act unlocks a new achievement, the title of Kindergarten Kid King, and a new series of quests. He is delighted he can work on multiple quests at once. Half a year later, he completes his reading quest. Having read a staggering 100 million characters, he is awarded the Celestial Root of Wisdom, granting him a perfect eidetic memory and peak human learning ability. Time flies, and soon he and Shun Xinghan are almost 7, posing for their kindergarten graduation photo. Even during vacation, Lin Zichen does not rest. Now, strong enough to train with a massive 200-kilo barbell. During the vacation, his abilities reached new heights. He could leap over 2 meters high and had broken the 8-second barrier in the 100-meter dash with a time of 7.98 seconds. His mind was just as sharp, boosted by his new attribute. He had already finished most of the elementary school curriculum. His new life began at Sunshine Elementary School because he was already self-studying advanced subjects. Academic competitions were easy. He effortlessly took first place at the National Elementary School Academic Competition just to unlock his title as quickly as possible. Whenever he had free time, he would give Shun Xinghan private tutoring. Though not an exceptional talent, she was diligent. With his help, her grades improved dramatically, and after one semester, she was ranked second in the class, with Lin Zichen holding first place. To speed up his quest, he even dominated school sports meets, shattering every record. Just when he thought his school life would continue in its predictable routine, a special new transfer student suddenly appeared. The teacher introduced the newcomer, a girl with long, silvery blue hair named by Shuai. Lin Zichen immediately knew she was different. As she stood in the doorway, he could sense a faint, unusual aura that didn't belong to a normal human. As the new transfer student, Bai Shuai walked to find a seat. The other students watched her curiously. Shun Xinghan leaned over to Lin Zichen, whom she called Xiao Chun, and whispered about how pretty Bai Shuai's hair was, like winter snowflakes. However, Lin Zichen wasn't in the mood to discuss aesthetics. As Bai Shuai sat near him, his mind was on a strange, non-human aura he sensed from her. He wondered if she could be a gene fuser or the descendant of one. In the following days, Bai Shuai proved to be an enigma. She didn't speak to anyone and laid her head on her desk the moment class ended, remaining motionless. She barely even got up for the restroom. At first, students were curious, even taking photos with her while she slept. But as her behavior didn't change, they quickly lost interest, and the classroom returned to its routine. This peace was shattered over a month later, when a bizarre phenomenon began. Bai Shuai started to secrete a viscous white liquid. The substance had a foul odor and dripped down her clothes and legs. The other students reacted with utter disgust, complaining about the terrible smell. A mean-spirited boy sneered a crude comment about the liquid and then poured his water bottle over her head, claiming he was washing her out. Humiliated and soaked, Bai Shuai clenched her fist on the desk, and tears streamed down her face as she began to cry, her shoulders shaking with silent sobs. The bullies erupted in cruel laughter at her distress as they watched from their desks. Shun Xinghan turns to Lin Zichen, her face etched with worry, asking if they can help poor Bai Shuai. Lin Zichen is confused. He'd sensed Bai Shuai was dangerous, so he can't understand why she's crying. He agrees to help, stepping towards the bullies. He re-evaluates his assessment. While he still doesn't understand her, he realizes that, for now, she isn't a threat. She's just a weak girl being bullied, and he has to step in. Lin Zichen strides up to the main bully and grabs him by the collar, calling out his name, Guan Chun, with a menacing smile. He orders the boy to wipe the water off by Shuai's desk. Guan Chun is terrified. He stammers that he'll wipe it up right away. The other bullies know they're in deep trouble. Lin Zichen is notorious at school for being skilled in both academics and fighting. Not even sixth graders dare to cross him. Knowing it's best to comply, they quickly grab some tissues and clean up the mess. Once the desk is clean, Lin Zichen's gaze sweeps across the group. He commands everyone involved to apologize to her. Immediately, the bullies, sweating and terrified, quickly comply. They line up before her desk and bow their heads, offering apologies and promising never to bully her again. With the bullies gone, Bai Shuai looks up, her eyes still tearful. She gratefully thanks both Lin Zichen and Shun Qinghan, and Shun Qinghan offers Bai Shuai a comforting hand, telling her that classmates are supposed to help each other. From that day on, Shun Qinghan makes it her mission to befriend the quiet, white-haired girl, always dragging Lin Zichen along. The three begin spending their free time together. Shun Qinghan is especially kind, always sharing her tastiest snacks with Bai Shuai first. During one of these moments, as Shun Qinghan offers her a treat, Bai Shuai hesitates. She looks at them and asks if they're not disgusted by her because of her overwhelming odor. She tearfully apologizes for her lack of trust, sharing that ever since she was little, she's always been ostracized by everyone. Having someone be genuinely kind to her feels so unreal that she believes she must be dreaming. Bai Shuai looks up in surprise when Shun Qinghan tells her, firmly, that this is absolutely not a dream. Shun Qinghan smiles gently and says she understands exactly what that feels like, so she would never be disgusted by her. She declares that as long as Bai Shuai is willing, they will be friends forever, pulling a slightly exasperated Lin Zichen into the promise, overcome with emotion. Bai Shuai tightly hugs Shun Qinghan. As tears of gratitude stream down her face, she thanks them profusely for their kindness. After composing herself, she tells them she wants to give them a gift in return. She holds out a necklace with a pair of beast fangs, explaining it was a birthday present from her mother. She offers it to them, hoping it can be a symbol of their friendship. Fen Yinghan Anghu Siestikali Augustus. And the three children stand together in the schoolyard as the sun sets, joyfully declaring they will be friends forever. However, just as their newfound friendship was solidified, the unexpected happened one day. Shun Qinghan is stunned to learn that Bai Shuai has transferred out of the school. Lin Zichen confirms it, revealing he saw her filling out the withdrawal papers. He flashes back to watching from the principal's office doorway. He saw Bai Shuai with the principal and a large, intimidating man with cybernetic arms. The principal assured the man that Bai Ju's paperwork was complete, and her information would be kept confidential. The encounter confirmed Lin Zichen's suspicions that Bai Ju's identity was not simple. From that day on, he never saw Bai Ju again, left to wonder about her, but he notes that the events that followed were what truly captured his attention. Sometime later, Lin Zichen is at home, giving his mother. Zhang Wangxin enjoys a shoulder massage. She sighs in pure relief, declaring the massage absolutely perfect. What a treat after a long, tiring day of typing. Internally, Lin Zichen muses. He actually mastered professional massage techniques, all thanks to his celestial root of wisdom. He's quite surprised by how useful it turned out to be. Now, their tranquil evening, however, is suddenly shattered by a shocking news report. It highlights yet another incredible achievement by the Kyoto prodigy, who is just 10 years old. The boy has successfully fused with aberrant beast genes. Now he can effortlessly lift a 500 kilograms boulder with just one hand. Lin Zichen instantly recognizes the boy, and a jolt of realization hits him. His rival has already begun gene fusion. Meanwhile, his father, Lin Yinsheng, complains that the Kyoto prodigy is always on TV, questioning if they try to turn him into some kind of influencer. As the parents discuss it, Lin Yinsheng explains that the boy is from a 1,000-year-old martial arts family. This means they likely possess advanced gene fusion technology. Jiang Wangxin argues it's completely wrong to use a child as a guinea pig. Her husband counters that for such a family interests always come first. This earns him a sarcastic, "Oh, you know everything," from his wife. While his parents bicker, Lin Zichen is deep in thought. He recalls that before the fusion, the prodigy could lift 100 kilograms. Now he can lift 500 kilograms, a five-fold increase. In comparison, Lin Zichen, at only 8 years old, can already lift a 300 kilograms weight with just one hand, all without any gene fusion. He concludes, with a confident fist pump, that his own potential is far, far greater. His confidence was soaring high, but that triumphant feeling was short-lived. The next news report truly taught him the meaning of fear. Breaking news shows a city in a neighboring country, completely devastated by a massive, horrific explosion. The report states that, based on footage, the attack was carried out by giant, aberrant rats. The screen then shows horrifying images of monstrous rats. They swarm the ruins, capturing a screaming woman in their massive jaws, then brutally devouring her. The news report continues, confirming that heretics were responsible for the aberrant rat attack, fanning the flames from the shadows. At a press conference, an official from the devastated Sakura country pleads for international aid, explaining that the heretics are a shadowy cult, manipulating the beasts. Watching the news, Lin Zichen learns the cult is an anti-human organization of traitors who serve the aberrant beast for their own gain. He feels relieved to be born in a powerful and stable country, giving him a safe place to grow stronger. While laying low, his thoughts are shattered by sonic booms outside. He rushes to the window and pulls back the curtain to see a squadron of heavily armed cyborgs flying through the night sky. He wonders why so many are being deployed, hoping nothing bad is happening. The next morning, everything seems normal. Lin Zichen waits for Shen Qinghan, who runs up, apologizing for being late. As she approaches, he notices something strange. The Beast Fang necklace Bai Shuai gave them, now worn by Shen Qinghan, emits a bright blue glow. He realizes the Fang is from an aberrant beast and the source of the faint, non-human aura he'd sense from her. The glow fades as quickly as it appeared, and the two don't think much of it. However, between the cyborgs and the Fang's reaction, Lin Zichen feels that something bad is about to happen. On their way to school, a striking woman with long red hair in a black dress leans against a lamppost. Watching them, she comments on what adorable kids they are and steps in front of them, asking if they are brother and sister. Shen Qinghan proudly corrects her, explaining they are childhood best friends. The woman smiles wistfully, remarking how she wishes she had a childhood friend too. Then, her expression turns sinister. She leans in, eyes glinting. He then asks why they're heading to school all alone and where their parents might be. Just as Shen Qinghan starts to answer, Lin Zichen quickly grabs her hand, cutting her off and pulling her along. He exclaims they're going to be late, leaving the mysterious woman bewildered behind them. Once they're a safe distance away, he gently scolds Shen Xingen, reminding her never to talk to strangers. She nods. Later, after school, Lin Zichen guides them through a deserted alleyway. Shen Xingen nervously remarks on how creepy it feels. Lin Zichen explains, the area is scheduled for demolition, and everyone has already moved out. Their walk is suddenly interrupted by a familiar voice. The red-haired woman from the morning reappears. She comments that they're finally out of school. She's not alone. A large, muscular man named Sheng is with her. The woman tells Sheng she's got the kids right here. Lin Zichen is alarmed. He had deliberately chosen a different route, but she had somehow managed to follow them. The woman tries to lure them closer with a sickeningly sweet voice, offering them treats. Her accomplice, Sheng, grows impatient. He tells her to stop talking and just knock the kids out. so they can get it over with already. Without another word, Sheng rushes toward them, wielding a cloth, shouting he's in a hurry to sell them for cash. As he closes in, Lin Zichen shoves Shun Xingyan out of the way and squares up to face Sheng head-on. He clenches his fist and throws a powerful punch with all his might. The blow connects squarely with Sheng's face, stopping the larger man dead in his tracks. The immense force sends Sheng flying backward, down the alley with a pained cry. The red-haired woman watches in utter disbelief, shocked that an elementary schooler could send a grown man flying. On the ground, Sheng coughs up blood. Stunned, with Sheng down, Lin Zichen turns to the red-haired woman. Before she can even react, he lands a brutal punch right to her midsection, followed swiftly by a powerful uppercut that instantly knocks her unconscious. Standing over the defeated kidnappers, his expression hardens. He snatches up a nearby brick, his intentions grim. He reasons there are no cameras in this deserted alley, so he must finish them off. If they live, his superhuman powers will be exposed, ruining his plan to lay low and grow stronger. Just as he's about to deliver the final blow, the ground violently trembles. A powerful earthquake rocks the entire alley, catching them completely off guard. Moments later, a massive, clawed hand smashes through a nearby building wall. A monstrous, aberrant giant rat bursts from the dust and rubble, absolutely towering over them. The beast ignores the children and ominously looms over the unconscious woman. But instead of devouring her, it brutally decapitates her with a swift claw swipe. The rat then grasps her severed head, while Shun Qinghan screams in sheer terror. Spotting the imminent danger, Lin Zichen scoops the terrified Shun Qinghan into his arms. He warns her it's a giant aberrant rat, and they must get to safety. He spins around and sprints away, carrying her as they desperately flee. Just as they escape, a red and gold blur streaks through the sky. It's a female cyborg with blonde hair and rabbit ear attachments on her helmet. She dives into the alley, moving with incredible speed, a mere blur as she zips right past the rat. Shun Qinghan, looking over Lin Zichen's shoulder, exclaims about the cyborg's unbelievable speed. The cyborg lands elegantly behind the monster. Facing the rat, the female cyborg gets ready to attack. Her gauntlet begins to glow as she charges her weapon and yells, "Anesthetic smoke." She unleashes projectiles at the monster, igniting massive explosions that rock the alley. Lin Zichen shields Shun Qinghan from the intense blast. The aberrant rat gets caught in the fiery explosions, roaring out in pain, and is left completely dazed by the anesthetic smoke. Spotting her chance, the cyborg surges forward and finishes off the weakened beast. Later, amidst a flurry of strikes, Lin Zichen watches a news report about the incident. At home, he meticulously analyzes the fight, concluding that the cyborg's power level probably isn't all that high. He reasons she had to weaken the rat first, and it still took her 7 minutes to kill it. He reflects on the sheer danger of giant, aberrant rats, knowing they're incredibly tough creatures that can grow over 10 meters long and reach ordinary 5th tier. Fortunate that they escaped unharmed. The incident reminds him of the world's inherent dangers. He resolves to increase his training to protect himself and those he cares about. He is later seen in his training space, doing weighted squats with a heavy barbell, his system rewarding him with points. Although the threat of aberrant rats looms, life continues on. He and Shun Qinghan celebrate their 9th birthday, with both families around a large cake. After making wishes, they exchange gifts. Thanks to his celestial root of wisdom, Lin Zichen had taught himself to carve in one night and crafted an intricate wooden hairpin for Shun Qinghan. She is overjoyed, placing it in her hair and exclaiming how much she loves it. Time passes quickly, and soon, Lin Zichen and Shun Qinghan graduate from elementary school and start middle school. As they leave, his system notifies him that he has completed the Dominate 9 years of compulsory education achievement, unlocking the Kindergarten Kid King and elementary school top dog titles. He becomes excited to unlock the middle school overlord title next, which will grant him the survival of the fittest attribute. During the break, he sticks to a high-intensity training regimen. His training includes 1,000 push-ups with a massive boulder on his back, granting him huge stat boosts. His hard work pays off just before school begins. After a 10 kilometers run, his system announces his biological level has broken through to ordinary, third tier. His physical attributes explode dramatically. He can now effortlessly lift 700 kilograms with just one hand. He boasts a vertical jump of 4 meters and can blaze through the 100-meter dash in a blistering 6 seconds. As his incredible power continues to grow, he can't help but wonder what level the Kyoto prodigy has reached. Coincidentally, a new story airs on TV the night before school starts. The report shockingly reveals the now 14-year-old prodigy has fused with formidable giant ant genes and can effortlessly lift a 2,000 kilograms alloy block with one hand. Lin Zichen quickly calculates that, since giant ant genes typically increase strength by a factor of 4 to 8, the prodigy's true lift without the gene enhancement is only around 500 kilograms. This means Lin Zichen is still fundamentally stronger. He smiles, imagining just how powerful he'll become with future gene fusions. The next day, middle school officially begins. Because he was the city's undisputed top student, all the best middle schools fiercely try to recruit him. He accepted the invitation from Shanghai Middle School, but only if Shun Xinghan could be in his class too. During registration, they're welcomed by the principal and their new homeroom teacher, who eagerly express how much they're counting on him. After a few pleasantries, he makes an excuse and quickly leaves with Shun Xinghan. The real reason he chose Shanghai Middle School was for its excellent athletic facilities. They had planned to play some badminton on the school's court before classes officially started. On the court, an excited Shun Xinghan eagerly tells Lin Zichen, "Xiao Chun, we should start." She serves with a dramatic flourish, calling out her fairy's curveball. Lin Zichen easily catches the shuttlecock midair, but their game is suddenly interrupted. A group of upperclassmen approaches, and their leader, sporting a backward cap, snatches the shuttlecock right out of the air, informing them the court is reserved. His friends mockingly offer to let Shun Xinghan stay and spar with them. Shun Xinghan stands her ground, telling them they have to follow the rules, and that they were there first. Lin Zichen, seeing them get too close to Shun Xinghan, he steps in, his expression icy. He tells them to back off from her, and reminds them of the first come, first served rule. The leader scoffs arrogantly, declaring he's taking the court. The leader holds the shuttlecock, tossing it up, but before he can serve, Lin Zichen moves. He declares that from now on, his rules are the only ones that matter. With a surge of power, he leaps and smashes the shuttlecock with incredible force. The shuttlecock rockets across the court, a white blur. It moves so fast the leader barely has time to react. The force of the impact shatters his racket and sends his cap flying. The upperclassmen are left utterly in shock, sweating and trembling. They wonder if Lin Zichen is even human, questioning if he's a gene fuser. One notes with terror that if the shot had been off by a little, their boss's head would have been taken off. Thoroughly intimidated, the upperclassmen bow deeply in apology. They tell Lin Zichen they understand the rules now and will be leaving immediately. They then beat a hasty retreat. Perhaps because word of the incident spread, no one ever dared to bully Lin Zichen or Shun Xinghan again. Aside from being bigger with better facilities, their new school life felt much the same. Academically, Lin Zichen was far ahead, having finished the middle school curriculum long ago. During class, he would read interesting books to pass the time. At night, after workouts, he would use his celestial root of wisdom to learn new skills online, quickly dabbling in cooking, photography, driving, swimming, and various sports. To unlock the middle school overlord title, he didn't just rank first in every subject. He also represented the school in national competitions. He stood amidst a mountain of trophies. To keep a low profile, he was careful not to win first place. in every single competition. A whole semester passed, yet the title remained locked. Still, his stellar performances garnered him a massive fan base, who'd leave stacks of ardent love letters on his desk. He mostly ignored them, focusing only on tutoring Shen Chenghan. His true focus, however, was the upcoming school sports festival. He firmly believed that if he utterly dominated it, the elusive title would finally be his to unlock. For the festival, he entered just 3 key events: shot put, high jump, and sprinting, representing strength, jumping, and speed. He achieved an astonishing 2.01-meter throw in the shot put. Though he held back to avoid looking too superhuman, he still effortlessly clinched first place in every event. As he sat with Shen Xinghan, proudly admiring his gleaming gold medal, he suddenly felt a powerful new surge through his body. A system notification immediately popped up, announcing that due to his achievements, far surpassing every other student's, he had unlocked the formidable middle school overlord title, with all 3 school-age titles now unlocked. The dominate 9 years of compulsory education achievement was finally complete. He had also obtained a powerful new biological attribute, survival of the fittest. As this power flowed through him, he realized with immense satisfaction that the long-awaited title had, at last, truly unlocked.